my salty friends. I am so happy you're joining me today. I am sending each and every one of you good vibes wherever you're watching this. So today I wanted to do some low sodium cooking basics. For those of you out there who are low sodium veterans, I'm sure that you already know how to do this, but I think a lot of people my age and my generation may not. I know this is something that we definitely didn't do in my household growing up. But before we get started, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. It is completely free to do. It lets you know when I post new videos just like this, and it's a great way to help support YouTube artists like me. All right, let's get to it. So today we will be figuring out together for the first time, because I've never done it, how to cook dried black beans. So the sodium on here is significantly lower than a can of black beans. And if you're making a dip or a wrap that already has a lot of salt from condiments or cheese, you want to make sure that you can lower your salt where you can. And this is an easy substitute to do that. So for this bag of black beans, the nutritional information says that 1/4 cup dry, not really sure what that's gonna look like. So 1/4 cup dry is 5 milligrams of sodium. And if we compare that to this can of black beans by Goya, this one is about 410 milligrams of sodium for half a cup. Of course, that's gonna fluctuate depending on the brand of black beans that you're using and if you're able to find low sodium canned black beans. So to make these beans, there are 2 methods to do it. One that requires using the stovetop and another that requires using a pressure cooker. We don't have a pressure cooker, so we're just gonna stick to the plain old stovetop, though I think the pressure cooker might be easier. So the stovetop method has 2 steps. First, you're going to soak the beans, and then you're going to cook the beans. Because we don't want to eat 2 full bags of beans, I'm going to show you both methods using just this bag. I'm going to cut the amount of water in half, so I will be using 4 cups for each method. Hey guys, this is future Meg here. I'm just editing the video and I realized maybe some of the directions are a little confusing. So to make these beans, the first thing you're going to do is to soak the beans, and then the second step is to cook the beans. But there's 2 options to soak the beans. The first option is to let it sit in water overnight for 6 to 8 hours. And the second option is to let it boil for 2 minutes on a stovetop, and then to remove it from the heat and let it sit for an hour. So right now, I'm going to show you both options for the soaking process, which is first we'll be cooking it on the stove for 2 minutes and then letting it sit. And then the second one will be soaking it overnight. And then we go into the cooking process. Also eating a Freezy Pop because that is the best snack for editing in the summertime. Soaking the beans includes 2 options. Option A includes bringing 8 cups water and beans to a rapid boil. Boil 2 minutes, remove from heat, cover, and let stand 1 hour. Drain and rinse. All right, our beans have finally come to a boil, so we're gonna let them do their thing and boil for 2 minutes. So after the 2 minutes over, you're going to remove your pot from the heat and just let it sit for 1 hour. So we've let our beans sit for an hour. They look pretty much already cooked. So now we're going to drain these. Option B includes covering the beans with 8 cups water, let stand 6 to 8 hours, drain and rinse. All right, my friends, it is almost 10 o'clock at night. I am tired, but not too tired to make our beans, so I just divided our 1 pound bag of beans into 2 8-ounce containers, and with the 1 container, I filled it with 4 cups of water. It is sitting in a nice airtight container, and it will sit on my counter for 6 to 8 hours until we cook it in the morning. So these are the ones that we let sit for 6 to 8 hours overnight. Look how purple they are. I think they're really beautiful. They definitely feel less cooked than the ones we boiled this morning for 2 minutes. After soaking the beans, the next step is to cook the beans, which includes bringing 6 cups water and soaked beans just to boil, reduce heat and cover, simmer gently over low heat 1.5 to 2 hours or until beans are tender, then drain. All right, 3 cups of water goes into each one. All right, so we have filled each of our pots with 3 cups of water. Normally it would be 6 cups, but we are dividing the recipe in half so I can show you the side-to-side methods of making this. We are going to bring it to a boil, and then once it's reached a boil, we are going to reduce it down to a simmer and let it simmer for 1.5 to 2 hours until the beans are tender. Guys, I'm so excited. Our beans are finally done. Let's take a look. All right, side-by-side comparison. This is the one we had soak overnight, and this is the one we had boiled for 2 minutes this morning. Now it's time to just drain them. All right, our beans are all done. If we look at them side by side, they look exactly the same and they taste exactly the same. I would say the texture of the cooked beans are slightly different than the canned beans. They feel more like restaurant quality to me, which is a plus. And this is the really cool part. I'm so excited to share with you guys. So a 1/2 cup of our cooked beans that we made is 6.5 milligrams of salts compared to the can, which is 410 milligrams of salt. That's an amazing difference. This is awesome. I am totally going to do this again and try to incorporate it in lots of my recipes. I think this might be something where I make a batch of it and store it in the fridge and use it throughout the next week or 2. All right, guys, that is it for me. I am here with Copper and Maggie Girl, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if it was helpful for you, and if you actually do go ahead and make the beans, I would love to see it. You can tag me on Instagram at sincerelymegs1, and I think that's it. What do you think, Copper? All right, we'll see you in our next one. Bye, guys.